If your Stray Kids bias says something about you, it absolutely says something about your fantasy bookshelf. Let's go. Bangchan biases. You read epic fantasy with emotional leaders and found family dynamics. You want the mentor figure who carries the world on his shoulders, but still checks on everyone's feelings. You probably love The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. You want loyalty, you want sacrifice, you want leadership arcs that hurt. Lino biases. You read dark fantasy. Morally grey assassins, minimal dialogue, intense stares across candlelit rooms. You probably love The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. You like your characters slightly unhinged but secretly soft. Changbin biases. You love battle-heavy fantasy with warriors who would literally die for their people and then cry about it. You probably love Red Rising by Pierce Brown, The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne, and The Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne. Big fights, big emotions, bigger loyalty. Hyunjin biases. You are here for poetic fantasy. Curses, gods, dramatic, doomed love under a blood-red sky. You probably love The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan, and The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. You don't want simple stories. You want devastating beauty. Han biases. You like chaotic fantasy with trauma and humor. The character is funny, but emotionally falling apart. You probably love Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, The Lightning Struck Heart by T.J. Klune, and Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. You like tricksters with depth. Felix biases. You gravitate toward cozy fantasy or healer core romantasy. Soft but powerful energy. You probably love Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune, and A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. You want warmth, comfort, and maybe a little fated mates. Singmin biases. You live for political fantasy. Schemes, chess moves, hidden plans. You probably love The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri, A Song of Ice and Fire by George R. R. Martin, and The Lies of Locke Lamore by Scott Lynch. You don't want chaos, you want tragedy. IN biases. You love hopeful coming-of-age fantasy. Characters who grow into themselves. You probably love Aragon by Christopher Paolini, Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, and The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. You want the underdog who becomes legendary. Comment your bias. I will judge your bookshelf lovingly.